viewers, welcome to another episode of The Cure for Your HIV. Of course, here we value health because our health is gold. My name is Maria Moses and I am a public health practitioner. Of course, I'm very passionate about the health and lifestyle of people, especially people living with HIV and AIDS. I actually work to support change so that people around me and people all over the world can have a profound knowledge to make certain choices or decisions and take control of their sexual and also general healthy lifestyle. This is in support of the global effort to end AIDS and achieve a sustainable developmental goal for health worldwide. A lot of people have been living with HIV for a long time, say the period of 8 to 10 years, but they don't know their status. 1 in 7 people are actually HIV positive, but are not aware of their status. And that is why I'm going to be talking to you about what to do or how to know, how to go about it or how to know your status. Of course, I've talked about that in my previous videos, so you can kindly go back, watch my previous video for you to have certain knowledge on how to find out if you are really positive or not. Look out for some symptoms and signs that will tell you whether you're positive or not. So if you're looking for HIV testing services, or you want to know certain information about sexually transmitted infections and prevention, or maybe you want to know certain advice on how to go about sex and relationship, then you will find a lot of your answer right here in this channel. So kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, click on the notification bell for further updates. Alright viewers, I'm very excited again. Like I said, having you back on this channel is very amazing. Today we are going to be talking about a very important topic. Very, very important topic. Of course, we'll be talking about HIV and certain facts about HIV and AIDS and COVID-19. Because a lot of people have been asking, does this COVID-19 and HIV, are they the same? What really are the differences, or what are we to look out for? Okay, so don't worry, I'm going to be discussing with you certain things you have to look out for. Facts about HIV itself and COVID-19. Alright, so of course, current evidence has suggested that people living with HIV have a higher risk of becoming seriously ill from COVID-19. Alright, so however, we're going to be talking about what is COVID-19. Exactly. So very quickly, in the last 50 years, we have actually experienced 2 pandemics. Now, the human immunodeficiency virus, which is the HIV, and the severe acute respiratory syndrome, okay, which is the coronavirus infection. Now, both of them are actually caused by natural viruses, okay, that have reached us from animals. Although these 2 viruses are, different in transmission, that's in their way of transmission, okay, and also they seem to be different in their symptoms in some ways, but they have certain important similarities between them, and I'm going to be talking about that subsequently. Now, the HIV infection was discovered in the 80s, okay, and then when that's in the 80s, and that's around in the 80s, in precisely 1981. So when the first case came about, okay, it occurred in a particular adult, okay, a particular young adult person in California, And of course, it happens. It is believed that HIV came about as a result of direct contact, with certain animal, okay, with infected blood of, especially with the infected blood of the chimpanzee, okay, through hunting of meat and all that. Now, these human beings, these chimpanzees were actually affected by severe pneumonia, okay, and this is the pneumonia which we call Kaposi sarcoma, or the pneumocystis jirovecii. Now, the transmission of this HIV is through sexual contact, or probably injecting drug into your body, using a syringe or a needle that another person who has been infected has used. And then, of course, another mode of transmission for that is, blood transfusion, and then, mother to child issue. Now, a stigma for this HIV was actually generated, and HIV spread rapidly throughout the world, and the death rate as of then was almost 400%. But a lot of intervention has been going on, plus what we are doing here to rescue the life of many people who happen not to know their status. So, but in the case of COVID-19, the first case appeared, in December 2019, and it is in Wuhan. That's a place or a city in China, the province of Hubei. Now, there were 41 cases of people with pneumonia, and 66% of which had, direct exposure in a seafood market, where, all kinds of meat and fish were sold. Remember, for HIV, you have the chimpanzee in view, but here it's a contact with, is a contact that took place where seafood are sold, fish are sold, and meat. So it is that particular scenario is taken to be what the origin where COVID-19 was started. So the first news was released in January 2020, and then that was when the complete viral genome sequence was published. Now, the coronavirus actually belonged to the same group as the coronavirus, that was coronavirus 2, which was released which caused an outbreak in the year 2003. But on the 11th of March, it was confirmed that certain numbers of people have given up the ghost, and I think around 118,000 cases were confirmed by WHO, who happens to die through the COVID infection, which is a pandemic that happens to affect a lot of countries, and this is still yet not controlled. It is still under control. Okay, it is still under control. So the HIV and the COVID-19 have some certain important differences also, which I'll be talking about it in my next video. The HIV, it also has certain similarities which you need to look out for, and I'll be talking about that in my next video. But before then, of course, we have HIV epidemiology seems to be the same, which are spoken about that. But before then, let me quickly brush through. Um, okay, I'll talk about that in my next video. All right. So although many trials is being done, to find actually a vaccine that will tackle this COVID-19. So whatever your question is about this fact, then I've spoken about the facts that you need to know about HIV and AIDS and COVID-19. In my next video, I'll be talking about the differences between HIV and AIDS. Differences between HIV and AIDS and COVID-19, and I'll also talk about similarities subsequently. What you need to know and how it affects you, how HIV affects or how COVID-19 tends to affect people living with HIV. Alright, so I'll be wrapping up here. Let's join hands to fight HIV in our world. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Please, if you like my video, kindly give me a thumbs up and also hit the notification bell for further update. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day and stay COVID free. I love you all. Bye.